What's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy DMV. And I ain't going to make this a long one. Ain't going to be no bells and whistles on this one, man. We're going to talk about Micah Parsons. We're going to talk about Jessie Holley's comments. Shout out to Law Nation for posting the podcast, everybody that was on the podcast. I just finished watching my guy Rome's video, and I was going to talk on it. I haven't had enough time to really breathe today. I had to work a lot. Had to pick up the kids from school, getting ready to go to Raleigh tonight, Raleigh, North Carolina, for a cheer competition. And quite frankly, I've been going back and forth with people on Twitter all day. We just got to know, Cowboys Nation, when to shut the hell up, bro. We just got to know when to shut the hell up. Like, at this point, like what Jessie put out there was over the top. You know, and it's actually funny because I seen Tuck and Okoye going back and forth about leadership and Micah being a leader. And I actually agree with Okoye a little bit about the leadership thing, because I just didn't think Micah had the maturity. And I did, the word selfish or selfish tendencies did come up. And lo and behold, then Law Nation just releases this, right? So you hear rumblings about things and you don't know what's true or not. But what I will say is, I think it's unfair to Micah Parsons to come out and to really say that. You know, I'm all for harshness. I'm all for critiques and things like that. But I just felt like it was over the top. You know, that was something that I wouldn't have came out and said. But, you know, I can't really talk, you know, each man is each man. You know what I'm saying? Each man handles things differently. Jessie knows things that I don't know. But if we're going to talk about being selfish, right? We're going to talk about him not, you know, doing the homework that he needs to do and not being, you know what I'm saying, the film guy and all of that type of stuff. It comes from the top. It comes from the top. So why do you guys think that Micah, and if we're looking at the stats that Okoye posted, why do you think that Micah's chasing sacks, right? Why do you think he's chasing the pass rushing numbers and not really, you know, stopping the run? Why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would CeeDee Lamb, you know what I'm saying, want the ball more in the contract year? Because the Cowboys are cheap as hell, bro. They cheap as hell, and it's been set at the top that they are selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's been set there. It's really hard for me to digest and say really what I want to say. But if you say that Micah is selfish, then you got to go to Jay Tuck's point. Then Zach Martin is selfish. He didn't want to move the right tackle. He didn't want to do the right tackle things when we needed him to move the right tackle multiple times. He wanted to stay where he was comfortable. We ain't bat a effing eye at that. We did not care. You know what I'm saying? Because Micah has a loud voice, because Micah is something that we've never seen before, we can't pick and choose what we want to pick and choose. Just like Zach Martin has been an all-pro damn near every year, Micah Parsons has been an all-pro every year that he's been in the league, right? And nobody's questioning his talent. Nobody's questioning his work ethic. But when you throw that word selfish around, the precedent got to be set. Jessie, you got to come out now and you got to talk about how Zach Martin is selfish. You got to talk about that. I know y'all had a podcast the other day with Patrick Creighton. You got to talk about how Jason Witten is selfish. You got to talk about how Romo's selfish. There's a whole bunch of guys that you broke bread with that you wouldn't dare do that. And because this team lost the game in the fashion that it lost, you know what I'm saying? Micah's the punching bag. Dak's the punching bag. CD's the punching bag. We got to learn how to take a loss and move forward, fellas. It's just that simple. Pointing blame at everything but what the real blame should go to. The organization. All right? You want to know why I say that? I had an interesting phone conversation with Coach Marv. For those that know Coach Marv, you know Coach Marv. Loves this Dallas Cowboys team. He sent me a link, and I think Okoye has talked to it. Mike McCarthy is the second lowest paid coach in the NFL. So if he's the second paid lowest coach in the NFL, this coaching staff has to probably follow suit, right? So all of this press that Mike McCarthy's getting, all of this pressure that Mike McCarthy's getting, we're actually getting the very most bang for the buck because Mike McCarthy makes $4 million a year. You guys want to know what Mike Tomlin just re-signed for or what his contract said? I think Mike Tomlin makes $12 million a year. And they damn near have the same resume. I'm pretty sure Sean Payton makes more than him, and they have the same resume. Mike McCarthy's won 12 games 3 years in a row. And we haven't had the postseason success like we want. And quite frankly, I think part of what I'm arguing is coaching is a problem. But you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for, right? There's no salary cap on coaches. We're going to talk about who the real selfish people are? We're going to talk about that organization? Oh, no, you got to go and walk in that building. They cut a check. We ain't going to talk about who really selfish. We ain't going to talk about that, right? We just going to let that slide. I have a lot of respect for people, right? Got a lot of respect for Jessie. I love Jessie's story. But here, I think we got to be careful about using that selfish word. We got to be careful about that. Because when you look at Micah, now again, maturity, yeah, sure. Me and Tuck, we came to the conclusion, yeah, there's some maturity issues there. But we gotta, if you're setting a precedent for him not going in and playing linebacker and being a Fred Warner and comparing, you know what I'm saying, apples to oranges, then we gotta talk about Zach. You know what I'm saying? We have to. The reason I say that is Tyron jumped in and played damn right tackle. Now, I'm not saying Zach Martin didn't do it. He didn't want to do it. You think Tyron wanted to jump in and play right tackle last year, knowing that wasn't a strength? No. I'd probably say Tyron, as critical as I've been, is probably one of the most selfless people. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just upset at the precedent. The dangerous precedent that's being set. Because we know that this headline is going to get Terrence Parsons to say whatever. We know we've been baiting CD and CD's mom after this. At what part of the game do family members and getting them to comment and getting them to be gaslighted? What part is gaslighting these family members part of the game? You know what I'm saying? At what point? We gotta be better, fellas. We gotta be better, ladies. We have to be better as a whole. You know what I'm saying? My boy Mo would tell me, and I didn't really believe it because, you know, sometimes when you in it, you in it. When you in the sauce, you in the sauce. But us Cowboy fans got to know when to shut the hell up. And this is one of these times. If you ain't trying to find no solutions and you trying to tear the walls down and you trying to create drama, do everybody a favor and shut the hell up. All right? That's where I'm at. That's where I stand. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm out. Peace.